If you studied for the GRE or taken any kind of standardized tests, or if you're just in geometry, you'll probably stumble on an equation like this. Imagine we have a triangle of sides A, B, and C. The length of A plus the length of B, or any side, the length of any two sides, is going to be longer than the length of the third side. So that's basically this formula. Sometimes they don't have the L, they might use different variables here, but it's the same thing. The length of one side plus the length of another side is going to be bigger than the length of the third side. I remember when I took geometry in middle school, I had this rivalry with this guy sitting in front of me. I think his name was Ryan. I don't know why he didn't like me, but we always argued. And one time he noticed that I didn't understand this. So he drew me this amazing little example visually to show me. Basically, I had thought that as long as the two sides equaled the third side, you could form a triangle. So he basically drew me something like this. Imagine a number line, right? So this is the length of C, and this is the length of A. If the length of B and A together equals C, are we going to get a triangle? No. These two have to be bigger than this Y, because if they weren't bigger than this, you would never be able to form a triangle and land within the line of the longest side. So usually, from there, they test how you can do algebra, right? They test your ability to move the variables around the sign. So basically, you might stumble on something like this. The difference between any two sides has to be smaller than one side. So again, we can just use what we already learned, which is the sum of any two sides have to be bigger than the third side. And then you can also derive that the difference between two sides is always going to be smaller than that side. Now, sometimes it's a little bit non-intuitive to think about it like that. But again, you can go back to this little number line or just think about it visually without a number line. So the difference is bigger than B. What does that mean? That means B is going to land somewhere here, right? They're never going to be able to go above side C and form a triangle. So again, if you just think about it visually, if the difference of two sides is bigger than the third side, then that third side is not big enough to form a triangle with one of the other sides. A lot of tutors, a lot of books will teach this equation. But do you inherently understand what the equation is saying? And do you inherently understand some of the other implications of the equation? Obviously, math is supposed to help us understand the world, right? That's why a lot of ancient knowledge, a lot of people back in the day really loved math. They're like, math is the ultimate truth. And unfortunately, I think with our current math education, we've lost some of that appreciation. And maybe what I'm trying to do in this video is just to bring some of that back. So anyways, let me know if this video helps, and I look forward to more videos like this. Thank you so much, guys. We will talk soon.